Hey guys, this is Mr. H again. Hey, I'm trying to finish up these videos. So this is a video for S16, compare linear functions, tables, graphs, and equations. All right, this one, it just involves, you have to be able to kind of pull a lot of things together. So again, I think one of the best ways to do this activity is to use graph paper. So if you don't have graph paper, stop the video, go get some, get a ruler, because all those things will be necessary or helpful. All right, let me go. All right, so what you see on the screen is I have a table. Function A represents a table, and function B is just an equation. And what we want to know is what's the slope. So basically, we have to be able to calculate the slope. The first one is, it's kind of simple. Function B, it's in slope-intercept form, so we know the slope for this one is 2. But now we got to figure out the slope for this. As I said, you could do y1 minus y2 with your calculator. I'm just going to use some graphing paper and go from there. So let me go over to my graphing paper. And I'm going to choose 2 points from the table. It doesn't matter which two. It makes more sense to try to get 2 points that are close together. So I got a -1, a -3. So that would be right here. And then I got 2, 12. 2, 12 would be here. Now I'm just going to do rise over run. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I rose 15, and then I'm running 1, 2, 3. I'm running 3. So the slope is going to be 15 over 3, which is 5. So the slope for that table is 5, and the slope for the function B is 2. So 5 is greater than 2. So I would go back and I would choose the first choice. Function A has a greater. All right, now this one, they've given us a table and they've given us a graph. Again, for this one, remember, we're looking at slope. So one of the things that I want to do is I need to do rise over run. Hopefully by now you're comfortable with that. And because we have a linear function, I just need to make sure I'm going through corners. So here's one corner. Here's another corner. So I've gone up 2 and over 1. So the slope for this is 2. And then I need to do this right here. I need to graph this. So that means I need 2 points from here. So I'm going to do 3 and 6. And then 7 and 18. So I'm going to take these 2 points and I'm going to plot them and then figure out what the slope is. So let's go back to the graph paper. Let me erase the one. The 2 points that I'm using are 3, 6. So that's going to be right here. Let me make this red. I like using red a little better. 3, 6. 3, 6. And then I have 7, 18. So I go over 7 and I go up to 18. So 7, 18 is right here. Get rid of this. So now I just do rise over run. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 12 over 4. So the slope of that table is 3. And let's see, what was the other one? Let me go back. The slope for this one was 2. So function B has a bigger slope. All right, let me jump and see if we can get some that are a little bit more complicated. Here's one. So this one, we're not looking at slope or the y-intercept. They want us to evaluate and compare outputs. So they've given us, if you would notice, they are giving us that x value is equal to -2. And they want to know which output is bigger. So remember, when you see x equals a negative 2, what does that mean? Well, this is what it means. It means that there's going to be a vertical line at a negative 2. So you're going to take this and you're going to draw a vertical line that goes straight up. Hold on. Let me do that again. Take a straight line, go up. And that's what your line looks like. So the output is going to be a negative 9 for this function. And now for this one, basically we need to come up with the line, and then we're going to look to see where the function, what the when the input is a negative 2, what the function would be. All right, so for this one, we see this is a negative 9. So again, let me write down the table because I'm going to go plot some of these points. 5, 14. All right, so let me get rid of this. And I'm going to use the graph paper again. So here, what I'm going to do is my first point is a negative 1 and negative 4. So it's going to be right here. And then my next point is 5, 14. So I go over 5. And I go up to 14, which would be right here. All right, so that's the point. Now, they said, what is the x value when, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to draw a line through those 2 points. Now, that's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect, because now if I draw the input of a negative 2 here, you can see that it's going to be at about a negative 6. The other function had an output of a negative 9. So this one is clearly bigger. So this one is the one we would choose. So we could go back to, so this one is bigger. So A is bigger. And we just submit it. All right, I'm going to do one more. This one, we're trying to find the y-intercept. The y-intercept for function b is easy. We can see that it's a negative 3, or you should see that it's a negative 3. Now I need to find the y-intercept for the other, for the table, function a. So I am going to graph this. I really like graphing. Visuals work for me, and I hope that they work for you. So I'm going to go back to the graph paper. I'm going to get rid of this stuff, and then I am going to plot a negative 4, 2, which would be right here. And then I got 8, 5. I go over 8 and up 5, so it'll be right about here. Now, I am just going to draw a line. Oops, that's not a very good line. Let me use this. Now, that's not a perfect line, right? That's not a perfect line, but you can see that my y-intercept is about 3. So in that vicinity, it doesn't have to be exact. So the y-intercept for this function, for that table, is about 3, and the y-intercept for this is a negative 3. So obviously function A has a larger y-intercept. That's clear. Basically, that's what you have to do. What I would recommend is, if you're given a table, graph it. And then whatever they're asking you to compare, are they asking you to find the slope? Are they asking you to compare the y-intercept? Or are they giving you the input and asking you to compare outputs? It doesn't matter. Graphing will be a nice way to go. All right, I hope this has been helpful. I'm shutting it down.